Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. So today's session is on women's fashion in a dementia unit, or being fashion smart, so to speak. So for this age group, late 80s, early 90s, these women, typically when they come in, a good outfit for them is a twin set with a woolen cardigan and a woolen vest underneath, pearls, trousers and smart shoes. Nice coiffured, same style of hair they've probably had for 50 years or 40 years. Anyway, not earrings anymore, but the pearls definitely. Fake often, but that's okay. Fake, that's okay. You don't bring in diamonds and pearls to a dementia unit, unless you've got it on your finger and know what, it's not likely to get lost firmly on your finger, fine, but not diamonds and gold and all the rest of it, because it can easily go missing. But nice jewellery, nice fashion jewellery is good, a little bit of that. If your mother likes wearing that, is always nice to have. Okay, so just like any society, the way that we're dressed gets noted, especially in a dementia facility where there are so many people coming and going, aren't there? All the residents are on public display from morning till night, 7 days a week. Carers and doctors and nurses and maintenance men and kitchen staff and village managers, and on it goes. So the way that a person is dressed makes a difference, as in any public platform. So it's important to consider this, that your mother is comfortable in what she's wearing, that she's and that it's stretchy enough, especially if she's got stiff joints and is a bit more immobile, that the gear that she's wearing is stretchy and able to be put on easily, but at the same time look smart. And it can be a bit of a mission to get the right thing. So what not to do is, in New Zealand here, they have what they call liberty blouses with little sort of flowers all over them, cottage garden type flowers. At Farmers department store here, they're very in vogue for this League of Women, and they've got very tiny buttons all the way down, very difficult to do up, often tight fitting, lots of buttons here, and right up to very uncomfortable. In other words, too fiddly, too difficult, uncomfortable, no stretch, pure cotton, no stretch. So they're not good, and they're time consuming and fiddly and difficult, for the care. It takes the carer 3 times as long to put on a Liberty cotton blouse as it does you a nice stretch top. And it's more comfortable to wear the stretchy top. So, well, of course, wool is fine, isn't it? A woolen cardi is beautiful. A light woolen Angora cardigan is fine because it's light, it's stretchy, and it's comfortable. So light wool is good. I mean, you've got a big range of that. You've got, the Farmers mid-range twin set woolen cardigans and vests underneath. Then you've got the top end New World. That's really expensive, $300, $400, $500 for a cardigan. And then you've got homemade knitted cardigans, just as good, last forever, look great. So whatever the theme, wool is nice because it's light, it's stretchy, it's attractive, and it's comfortable, everything. Now, again, what not to do, tracksuit pants. Again, those terrible tracksuit pants. I mean, as I said with the men, well, men can get away with wearing tracksuit pants more than women of this generation if they're wearing, a sweat top and a jacket to sort of match the outfit. But women in tracksuit pants of this age and this era is not good. Really, it's never worked. Well, I've never seen it work, I mean, women aren't sporty at that age, at 90, little old frail ladies in track pants. It's obvious that the family haven't really gone to much, haven't put consideration into the outfit. I mean, you can get trousers that have stretchy waistbands and they're sort of stretchy, not track pants, but they're stretchy, and they have a little bit of shape to them. And then you can get shirts, nice stretchy shirts or blouses that go over them, to the sort of the hips, and they look smart. You're not tucking your shirt into the waistband of the trousers, because that's really unflattering, but the shirt goes over the top of it, and you can have a nice jacket or cardi over that, and that looks fine. But just to put care and consideration into the outfit, and making it fashion smart and of the league and ilk that your mother would have worn all her life, So it's not a drastic departure from what she'd normally wear, because it really looks out of place when it's that way, especially tracksuit pants, because everyone knows they're the cheap option. $20, any old tracksuit pants, and that's it. And residents noticed, there was one woman, she was a lovely woman, she quiet, well-spoken, but she didn't say much, but when she was eloquent with, and she was well-dressed, the hair and the pearls and the mohair cardigan and nice slacks and all that. But what happened was, for some reason, the family withdrew the haircut, withdrew the hairdresser appointment. So her hair became really lank and long, and she ended up with the track pants scenario, grey, unflattering track pants and a really mismatched top. And she looked depressed and bereft. And her family were not visiting, She was isolated, abandoned. She looked and felt. She looked it and she felt it, and she really withdrew, actually, and she became really depressed. And she'd been part of the central social group when she first came in, but she was now isolated and distanced. But someone came, it must have been a daughter that came back from overseas or something, or the North Island that came. I wasn't witness to this. All I was witness to was one day I arrived at work, and there she was with the beautiful haircut, lipstick on, beautiful outfit, the lovely, blue woolen cardigan, matching navy blue slacks and new leather shoes. All of a sudden, she had sort of been transformed by whoever it was that did this, presumably a daughter. She looked great, and you could just see the confidence it had given her. She was getting compliments from the staff, compliments from, the other female residents about how lovely she looked. Yes, so she was happy with that, and she was accepted back into the central social circle. People were, more pleasant to her before, rather than when she was looking bereft and abandoned, so to speak. So social status, all these brownie points play its part in a dementia unit as in any other place. So it's important for the confidence of your mother, and just for the sake of being cared for, looked after, being seen to be looked after, and for her own self-respect, to be smartly dressed and to have the mirror so she can see herself and orientate to what she looks like, so she can choose whether she wants to wear pearls or not, or whether she likes this cardigan or not. I mean, it's not like she's going to stand there and go through the whole wardrobe and want to sort of look at everything. It'll just be one or two things she might want to change. But that's good, because it starts giving her some autonomy, decision-making processes, cognition gets going, choices. It's good, for self-respect, to be able to make choices about our attire, how we look and how we're going to be viewed by the world, and can, have the luxury of being able to dress according to our mood a little bit. On different days we feel like we can wear something brighter, but on another day, when we're feeling quieter, we might want to wear a darker colour, and discuss this through with your mother. It's a means of conversation, isn't it? Another means of conversation, just like food and drink and magazines and the newspaper, all topics of wonderful, conversing conversation. So, the wardrobe being another one of them. And it's not like you have to buy, a huge amount of outfits, but a good 5 outfits, and make sure the nightie, remember that, warm for the winter, below the knees, because often they go to dinner in their nighties. So with that, make sure you've got a nice, warm, long, well-covering dressing gown as well, and maybe slippers. I mean, I know it's a lot at the start, but once it's all set up, you'll be fine. You only need to get the odd thing now and then, but it's worth putting in the effort for that lovely wardrobe from the start, working, comfortable wardrobe. So thank you for your likes and subscriptions. I really appreciate